So the overall effect of forcing bulbs is a very Victorian or even pre-Victorian type of activity. Children love to be involved in something like this. Plus, they'll remind you to water them because I always forget. You will need to put this on the calendar that you'll need to check them for moisture, but once or twice a week sometimes, just as you're walking in through the garage. Give them a little check. If you think your garage is not getting dark enough, put some cardboard over top, or put the whole thing into a cardboard box with a lot of air holes in it so you don't get any mold. But just make sure that they don't come to life too early. As I say, the whole forcing bulbs is a complete lost art. And partly because nobody has any time, and partly because it's never been explained to everybody how you can't, you have to put them in a cold area to cool them, and you can't mix your varieties. Tulips go with tulips, daffodils with daffodils, crocuses with crocuses. So it's very simple, and children love to take part in this activity. They'll always remind you to water them, which sometimes I forget to do. But you pull these out, and after the Christmas tree is gone and the house is looking a little blah, and you pull them out in mid-February, and off they come, and you've got that beautiful scent in your house. But it's something that you can take pride in, that you did that, and it was pretty darn easy. But it's just, it will really make spring seem like it's just a little bit closer. The next little thing we're going to talk about forcing are crocuses. If you had a little bag of crocuses like this, you can plant them at this time of year into a little pot, a little crocus bowl, or another little container, which we'll show you. But the crocuses need 5 to 8 weeks planted before you bring them into the heat and the sun. They, in the old days, I would take these to the basement and put them in a cold room, but modern houses don't have cold rooms. So I'm going to say we're going to put them in the garage, in the darkest corner ever. Maybe you can put them in a dark box or something so they don't see the sun, and they're going to just root in. Now this little pot is really adorable. This is actually a crocus pot, and you actually plant crocuses in this pot. This is what it was made for. And these are not the prairie crocus. They are the real crocus. The prairie crocus that you and I know that grows in southern Alberta are pulsatillas. These are crocuses that you would find in England. So that's the real crocus. Crocuses also give you saffron, but not these particular crocus. So I love the bulb that will grow the roots. So we're going to take the little crocus, and we're going to put it into the bowl like this, and I already have a little soil in there, and you can see it's just going to lay on his side. All right, we're going to backfill him a little with the soil, and we'll stick the others in. And there's 6 little holes, and I have and you just put them in. They'll be just fine on their side. It'll be very hard for you to probably find one of these. Your grandmother might have one. Try to see if your grandmother has a little bowl like this. Like that. And I'm just quickly putting this in. Gardening is not fast food. It is slow food. Okay. Just say that over and over. All right. And then you backfill it up. So you have, now you have a little guy, a little crocus stuck all the way around, and then you take the last of your bulbs and you stick them on top. So that's 10 bulbs in that little, and that will be most sufficient for you to have. And you just give them a little top up, and there you have it. There is crocus bulbs. Now, if you're wanting a bigger display of crocus bulbs, and not everybody has this little special bulb, you can use one of these. This is a regular open mouth, very inexpensive clay pot. You can do a little bit shallower than this one, and you want to fill it right up with soil. to the top because the soil will settle down. And this is just a #1 growing mix, just a regular growing mix, nothing too fancy. And you're going to want to plant in this size a container. You probably plant about 20 or 25. So, and you just want to put them in just like that. Quite close together. Okay? So you're just going to want to put them about that far apart. And then, yeah, about 20 will fit in there just perfectly. Okay, and they can be touching, by the way. That's no problem. So that are little crocuses. I love little crocuses. I think they're fabulous.